in Paris last year. I'm sure Thompson is going to be getting it right at some time. Grand Slam track moved to Miami over the last couple of days. And my word, Jamaicans coming away with what? 335,000 US dollars, another nice payday. I remember the first payday was over $400,000, the equivalent of, what was it again? 75 million Jamaican dollars. So money coming in, and we still have Philadelphia to go. And we also have Los Angeles. So we're looking forward to that. We mentioned the Diamond League over there in China with Kishane Thompson. Daniel Williams was also there as well, finishing behind the American Grace Stark. Jordan Scott was also in action in the men's triple jump. Lots and lots of things happening in the world of sports. Getting some information earlier that the World Relays team with Akeem Blake has withdrawn from the Jamaica team. We'll talk some more about that later on. And that the West Indies squad was named today for the tours of England and Ireland. One Jamaican in the squad, Brandon King. The rest of the squad is Shea Hope, Joel Andrew, Casey Carty, Roston Chase, Matthew Ford, Justin Greaves, Amir Django, Alzari Joseph, Shamar Joseph, Evan Lewis, Gudakesh Moti, Sherfane Rutherford, Jaden Seals, Romaria Shepard. So I think we have Roger with us. Roger, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Greetings, man. Welcome back.
Right. Good to be back.
A nice little vacation, man.
Workation.
Whatever you want to call it, there was some vacation embedded in
I
that
don't know
workation.
about that. It was workation.
Well, congrats on another good job, fine job done at the Penn Relays, and then you moved into the Eastern, the East, what's it again? The East Coast Invitational.
East Coast International Showcase.
No worries with the weather this time, boy.
Well, until late in the afternoon when there was a thunderstorm and the meet was stopped 2 times. The second time they had to cancel it because the Americans, they are very serious when it comes to their lightning. You know, they said there was a lightning strike
Yes, we
within
know.
10
I mean,
miles.
as long as the meter
And
move, you know.
everybody had to leave the stadium.
Oh, Lord.
Everybody had to leave the stands, have to leave the infield. And it was done twice.
Wow. Wow.
And the second time they just call it a day. But it was going well up until that time.
Okay.
But yeah, man, it was good weather up until that time of the day. But all in all, it was a very good meet. It was well supported. And, Sanjay has something good going.
Right. Let us hope we can build some more on it. And
yes,
it becomes a dominant force at the back end of the track and field season. All right, so let me go right back now to where I started with the issues arising from the week. Mount Pleasant under the gun, boy.
Again.
Fighting, controversy, protest lodged by Cavalier, still no resolution. I understand that earlier this evening, the competitions committee did post the point standings and shows no change. But what is holding up the ruling, Roger?
Why? This one is a very strange one. But all I have to say is that Mount Pleasant never need this. I don't know how, irrespective, even if, they get away. Let's say they get away. I don't think Mount Pleasant need this at all. But
the question is though, has Mount Pleasant done anything wrong? Have they found Mount Pleasant guilty of doing anything wrong?
And
that is why I am worried that it is taking so long to tell us what is. It seemed like a black and white case to me.
Whether them wrong, all right. I think that Mount Pleasant is so well equipped, and I think that even if they didn't have those persons, Mount Pleasant would still be where they are.
Yeah, but remember doing a Roger.
Yes.
A club is going to manifest its efficiency through what it does on the field, what it does in the back room, what it does administratively. Because
Yes.
if you are the best thing on the field and administratively you are weak, then you probably find yourself in some situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know,
I just think that
I just feel that they never need this kind of thing around them at this time.
they maybe never needed it, Raja, but it's there. Because one of the things that has happened so far is that they have been fined $25,000 with the situation with the overseas players. The number being 7 when it would really be 6. So I just think the competitions committee of the JFF and / the JFF must come out and say something now. It can't be a week.
Yes, it's about time.
Yeah?
It's about time. I can't understand why it is taking this long. Over a week, tomorrow, what, make a week?
Man, it's Tuesday last week, Cavalier lodged the protest.
Yeah, so tomorrow is 1 week.
I was also hearing that on Friday another protest was lodged. I haven't gotten a chance to check that one.
Out of the 2 were gone already?
No, it's 1 from Cavalier. But I understand another club has lodged a protest on Friday.
Yeah.
But I've not gotten a chance to check that one out thoroughly. In fact, I made some calls, but just wasn't getting through.
There was a case a couple years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, with Chapelton Maroons. Wonder how similar is it?
You mean in terms of numbers of players? I think that had to do with the amount of young players on the match card at one time, and they couldn't. That was when Lenny Hyde was coaching the team.
Yes.
And they lost
some points that really dented their chances of staying up.
We're going to delve into it some more in a little while. So let's see where it goes. I would hope that before we come off here tonight, the JFF would put something out. Say something, man, because it just
they need to.
dragging along. And I was of the impression that the final round of matches yesterday should have been resolved before that final round of
I am
matches.
wondering why it was an expedited case, because, I mean, going into the final week of, suppose it went against, so for argument's sake, it went against Mount Pleasant. The teams that are jostling for positioning would really need to know where they stand.
Yeah, because it would have a psychological effect on how teams prepare and actually how they execute on the final day.
Right.
But I just think it would affect the integrity of the competition some way, somehow. And I would love somebody to tell me that it has not. You know? But at the same time, based on what has transpired so far, we have to say congratulations to Mount Pleasant and what they have done over the season. 93 points, 93 goals. I think that is unprecedented. Granted, maybe this season would have been a season where in a Premier League we would have played the most matches. But we still have to say
Mount Pleasant could have easily gone over the 100 mark. 100 point
lose some matches, man. They lose about 3 or 4.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if Safari said they didn't lose a couple matches or draw a couple matches, they could have easily gone over. Yeah. Because I think 93 is the most points we have ever had in our local
I think 93 is the most. Although 39 matches would probably have been the most matches in a preliminary round. Over time.
Yeah.
But
there's no doubt that Mount Pleasant is the top team in
rough
the
up everybody. No.
And I am just I should say word because my team is in second place. But I mean, boy, if we reach here so and then still lose to Arnett, my team.
Oh Lord. Oh boy. All right, so we're heading into the first week.
I always prefer consistency is rewarded.
Yes, yeah. But that is another story for another time. All right, so we're going to head to the break. We're going to take some calls when we come back, and then we should be having our first guest. The program brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. We go to the break.
Experiencing pain and discomfort from a hernia, struggling with a hard-to-heal wound or diabetic ulcer? At Hermosa Health, we specialize in providing affordable expert care for hernias and challenging wounds. Our experienced hernia repair specialists and wound care professionals are dedicated to helping you heal with personalized treatment plans tailored to your unique needs. Don't let pain hold you back any longer. Visit us today at 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios, and take the first step to a pain-free tomorrow. Call 383-2067.
Hey! Make Mother's Day special. Come to Little Ochi Seafood Restaurant. Come relax. Enjoy your favorite seafood done to order. No long waiting. No pushing. It's Little Ochi Seafood Restaurant Mother's Day special. Little Ochi Alligator Pond, Manchester. Call us today. 852-6430 and make your order. Come on down and make Mother's Day unforgettable.
Love your mama, let me see your hand.
Magic sparkling non-alcoholic wine, guaranteed to have a good time.
White grape, red grape, strawberry, peach. Any celebration, the buckle have to reach. Pink and blue magic, papa baby shower. Mixed fruit, pineapple, coconut, good for every hour. Of the Jamaican sorrel, mix or straight, everybody can manage.
Make magical moments with Magic Sparkling.
Spark a rum pollution. Enough gyal a wine with emotion. When the rum stripe drop, it's commotion. Cause it tastes so good, it's the portion.
Rum Stripe has a new flavor. Try your new favorite, grapefruit and Jamaican white rum.
Yeah. Fire in the cup, feel the heat. Yeah. Grab a rum stripe.
Must be 18 and over, drink and live responsibly.
Silver Sands at Sandcastles will be celebrating their grand opening on Friday, May 9. A new beginning where flavors come alive and memories are made. IRIE FM, your number one radio station, will be broadcasting live on location from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come on out and celebrate with us. There'll be lots of fun, giveaways, prizes, and surprises. It's a live broadcast from the grand opening of Silver Sands at Sandcastles, 1 Main Street, Ocho Rios, Friday, May 9, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. right here on the 107. See you there.
Hey, baby.
Te Amo Beach Resort Runaway Bay presents A Night for Mom. Mother's Day, May 11. Moms, come be serenaded by Mikey Spice.
I am myself.
Have a laugh courtesy of Christopher Johnny Daly and Rock to the Hard Drive Band. Admission VVIP $17,000, VIP $15,000, and General $12,000. Food inclusive. Doors open at 5 p.m. while showtime is 7 p.m. Tickets at teamobeachresort.com.
Walkers would bring the heat, we bring the flavor. Summertime, Walkers would then spice them hot and the spice them ready. Summertime, pull up them ready. Turn up the bass and treble. Hot it a bubble, get the knife and fork on the double. Bring the heat, we bring in the flavor. Bring in the heat, we bring in the flavor. Bring in the heat, we bring in the flavor. Walkers would summertime, we're taking over. Why choose when you can have both? Walkers would bring in the heat with flavor.
Are you looking to achieve good health? Wondering how you can start your health journey? Well, we have just the information you need. Join me, Maisha Brody, this and every Tuesday during the Live at 5:45 news package for Healthwise. From your physical to your mental health, modern medicine and herbal remedies, we will explore how you can achieve and maintain good health. Brought to you by Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. That's Healthwise with me, Maisha Brody, this and every Tuesday during the Live at 5:45 news package on the nation's number one, IRIE FM. IRIE FM.
Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio IRIE FM 920 is the time. And as we said earlier, you can join us on YouTube, IRIE FM on YouTube, also IRIE FM on Facebook. Because we're doing things different tonight. All right. I think we have callers. Let's go to the first caller. Caller, good evening. How are you? Welcome. Caller? We have a call? We suppose we have some calls lined up out there, Roger, but look like the caller's not here. So we're hoping to speak with someone with regards to the football. Or
Yes.
we lost the caller? All right. So we're going to be talking to someone in regards to this football issue. All right, the caller is
Yeah,
here.
man. It is
Caller, good
running
evening.
too long now, man. It needs to start out.
Yeah. Caller? Wait, this sound like my good friend.
Yeah, man, this is Al Gallimore, man.
How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, boy, I want Mount Pleasant to know that I'm holding my breath. It's quite a while.
Well, that is, I would not advise you to do that, you know. That wouldn't be good advice from me.
Boy, it's taking a little while, you know.
Yes, it's taking too long, but I guess within the next few hours we should be getting something.
I hope so. I'll listen. But I want to talk about, you know, it's so good when somebody has passed on and what is top of your mind is the happy memories that the person has left behind.
Yes.
K.D. Dennis, who used to play cricket with us.
Oh, that is another IRIE cricketer.
Yeah, man. He the most stylish batsman we ever had. Have you ever watched how Jeffrey Dujan bats and wheel his bat?
Remember, I love Jeffrey Dudan for that cover drive.
Him wheeling, but him stylish with him wheeling.
Yeah.
and you know who used to bat that way to Seymour Nurse?
Okay.
But this guy, K.D. Dennis, man, if I were to, and I was not a fan of batting. I prefer bowling. But if I were to
spin bowling to be specific,
emulate a batsman, it's KD that I would emulate.
Great.
You know, flashing his bat, man, wheeling that bat.
Mm-hmm.
And when he played for IRIE, I remember some innings. The first innings that he played for IRIE, it was at the Alcon Sports Club, and he made 40 yards. And I walked over to him and said, well, I'm so happy I'm here to see the last great innings that you play. And he said, you think so? Well, you know, we went to Queensbury in St. Elizabeth. I want to say hi to all the folks down there in Queensbury. This is Al Gallimore, must remember. And he opened the batting at Queensbury for us, for the IRIE team. And he opened with a guy by the name of Wappy. And the first ball lifted on KD and he dropped it stylishly in front of him. And Wappy was down on him, one, take one. Of course, Dennis is a big man, big old man. And the wicket keeper ran up and threw the ball with the glove in his hand, missed the wicket. Somebody else took up the ball, threw, missed the wicket, and KD still was not home.
Oh, Lord.
So when I saw that, I walked onto the field because I remember our cricket.
Joker field as them.
We changed it. We set the rules as we go on. So I walked onto the field and I called it two umpires together and I said, umpire, if there's any run out here is not KD, it's this man. You know, that means KD can't.
That is real Curry Goat cricket.
Yeah, man. And Wappy said, foolishness here, chat Al Gallimore. The umpire, Mr. Meyer, said, foolishness, no, foolishness. And
Rule change.
When KD saw what was the trouble that was brewing, KD said, come here, Wappy. You know what you do? You bat over that end, and me bat over this end. And KD made one of the most scintillating 63 runs he made that day. And when he got to 63, he put his bat under his arm. It wasn't out, walking off, retiring. And I ran out and said, no, KD, no, these people can't bat. You have to make some more runs. And he said, today I'm 63 years old. I'm not 62. I'm not 64. Let's go have a drink.
Oh, great. And you did win the match, though?
Yeah, we won the match. We walked off, and when Wappy came off, went at the end of the game when Wappy came off, and Wappy was sort of vexed with me, but when KD saw him, KD said, come here, Wappy. You have caused me to make 63 because if it wasn't for you, I would have to make 62, 64, 66 or 100, but I couldn't make 63.
Could make 63. So we have fond memories of him, right? So when is his Thanksgiving service and all that? And when did he die? When did he die?
His funeral is going to be on the 18th at the Hagley Park, near the top of the Hagley Park Road there, the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of the things about it, Roy Gilchrist, who used to be our umpire when we played, especially out in the country, Roy Gilchrist was always happy to travel with KD because I think Roy Gilchrist used to live in Spanish Town and KD lives in Kingston. So no matter where we go, KD would pick him up and then KD would drop him off. And Roy was always so happy to come with us, but he didn't play. He preferred to umpire.
Okay.
But basically, Dennis, he was the proprietor of Dennis Electrical.
Yes, I remember that now. Yes,
the motor man, and he used to have the habit of building some big fans, some fans for workshops and so on. So I told this gentleman out in Boscobel about Dennis. I was in his workshop, and his workshop was very hot. So I said, let Dennis build a fan for you, man. And Dennis built a big fan for him and said, listen, this is a big fan. You can only go to 3. Don't put it on 4-speed or 5-speed unless you bolt it down. And the man said, okay. And one day, one of the workers came in, man. It was a hot day. And the worker came in, man, and very hot. Man said, boy, I want extra big breeze, man. And he turned the fan on to 4 or 5, man. And all him see the fan get up and go in the air like a helicopter.
I'll get more. We could hear stories on top of stories on top of stories. But we press for time.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing that moment about the life, Dennis.
Yes, KD Dennis.
KD Dennis from Dennis Electrical. As usual, you always have fond memories of these guys because at one time, this IRIE team was a force to reckon with.
No, Robert, we're going to move up the batting order. And we'll make the girl Cohen call a Cohen bowl on you, or Rita.
What are we now?
Living in Latin Scott.
What are we now?
Thank you, Robert.
All right, thanks for the call.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Good.
All right. We're almost onto the next break in the Roger. So might as well just take it and then we come right back. The program brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health. Modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Paste Ultra Reels. Call 974-3370. We go to the break.
Carb Sales, #1 for home and hardware. Call us at 876-954-2220 or visit us at Main Street in Duncan, Trelawney.
The time is
9:30.
Hermosa Health, registered ambulatory surgery center in St. Anne, offers orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, neurosurgery, stem cell and platelets-rich plasma procedures, affordable specialist wound and hernia clinics and surgery, a registered day surgery facility with modern operating theater suites. Enjoy spacious, comfortable and welcoming surroundings. We accept all major health cards. Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370 or 383-2067.
Looking to unlock the full potential of your crops? Use Elixir Compound Granular Fertilizer. Elixir is highly soluble, resulting in quick absorption, and each granule packed with essential macro and micronutrients, ensuring uniform crop growth and development. Farmers, we've got you covered. Experience higher yields, premium produce quality, enhance profitability, and elevate your farming success with Elixir Compound Granular Fertilizer. Distributed by Caribbean Chemicals and available at farm stores island-wide.
Retro mood, retro music, and retro partying. Saturday, May 24th, Reggae Jamaica Village presents a night called Memories. Church Road Bog Walk, Linson St. Catherine. Music by Al Pacino, Crazy Chris, and many more. Come listen to the 70s, 80s, and 90s music at RJV Reggae Jamaica Village, Saturday, May 24th. Tickets pre-sold $2,000, $2,500 at the gate, VIP $5,000. Food included. Memories. This is amazing.
Look Looking for somewhere to get scrumptious food? No worries. Palmwood Chicken is simply the best. With a wide array of food options for you to choose from, our signature chicken combo meals, original, spicy, barbecue, and mango chili. Ask about our mango spicy wings, vibes, wow, and sandwiches when you stop by. Visit us at 15 Duke Street, Palmwood, and 31 Barnett Street, Montego Bay, from Mondays to Sundays, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Follow us on Instagram at Palmwood_chicken. We are simply the best, and we look forward to serving you.
Fourth Gen of Music and Cavassier presents Idonia's 20th anniversary party. May 10th at Sabina Park. Gates open 9 p.m. with performances by Ding Dong, Bone to Killer, Capleton, Skeng, Valiant, The Genius, Raja Wild, and Crow. Tickets 5,000 pre-sold, 6,000 at the gate. VIP 8,000 pre-sold, 10,000 at the gate. Music by Shuttlebus, Fireman, Boom Boom, and World Fresh. Fourth Gen of Music and Cavassier brings you Idonia's 20th anniversary party. Must be 18 years old, owned to drink. Drink responsibly.
Top Poems and Arco Festival, Sunday, May 18 at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston. Jamaica celebrates 100 years of Malcolm X. The poets meet the singers, Sizzla Kalonji, Oko Onuro, DYCR, Amina Blackwood Mix, Stepper, out of West Africa, Black Rasta, Turbulence, Prof I, Chakula, Micah Shemaya, Young Muta, Mika Nayoka, Roy African Soldiers, Maja Bless, Wise Word, Instrument, High School, DJ, hosted by DJ Amban Bird's Eye.
My name is Richard Stevens. On May 11th, I'll be performing live at Plantation Smokehouse in St. Anne. Presented by Appleton Estate and Plantation Smokehouse. Admission free before 8 p.m. and 2,500 after. Remember, it's a special Mother's Day celebration, so come on out and let's celebrate the mothers. Plantation Smokehouse, Richmond, St. Anne. See you there.
Sponsored by Appleton Estate. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
All right, Tone, get the plane.
The devastating duo of Buju Benton and Barry Salmon, which brought traffic movements in St. Anne to a standstill earlier this year for the second time in 2 years, will take center stage at the 17th staging of Best of the Best concert at Bayfront Park in Miami, Florida.
Miami.
Sunday, May 25. Like it was in Jamaica, IRFM's first living legend awardee, Marcia Griffiths, will join her friends in music on stage.
It's gonna be a musical upliftment. We're looking forward to that.
Which will also feature the likes of young veteran Romaine Virgo.
To be somebody was my heart's desire.
Nadine Sutherland.
This is for my baby face.
Wayne Wonder.
One if nobody in the place. Listen, when I say Wayne, you say Wonder. Wayne. Wayne.
Chronic Law.
Yo.
Skinny Fabulous.
Wine and hold it.
And 450. Reggae Radio IRFM will journey north to Bayfront Park in Miami with the team of yours truly, Courtney Mack and DJ Collision, taking the action to you live as it unfolds. Catch us on the 107s, the IRFM app, as well as all our social media platforms, X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok, as we capture best of the best for you in all formats possible. Visuals, audio, and audio-visual. That's coverage of the 2025 staging of Best of the Best, Sunday, May 25 from Bayfront Park in Miami, live on the nation's #1 IRIE FM.
IRIE FM, the sweetest radio station.
Coverage comes to you all courtesy of Walker's Wood. Bring the heat with the flavor.
Let's do that!
Oh my God, I love this beat.
It's Cashways Money in Minutes Road Tour, and this time we're going to Mandeville. Yes, this Saturday, May 10, the excitement will be at Cashways Mandeville location. You know this will be the pre-Mother's Day edition, so come get crazy discounts, giveaways, prizes, and the surprises. IRIE FM, your #1 station, will be there live from Excitement Central.
IRIE FM run things.
Join MC Teddy, the Vibes Energy, and the IRIE FM broadcast team live on location. Tune into the 107s or listen on the IRIE app. That's a live outside broadcast from Cashways Money in Minutes Road Tour, Manchester Shopping Centre, Main Street, Mandeville, Saturday, May 10, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. See you there. Yeah, welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio IRIE FM. It's 9:35 as we head towards 11 o'clock. We are being joined now by none other than, guess who, Raja?
Speedy one.
Rudolph Speid, man. Whoa. Who else to talk about this issue? It was Rudolph Speid and the Cavalier that lodged a protest against Mount Pleasant. But we have not heard anything about the protest so far. I wonder if he has. Mr. Speid, good evening and welcome, sir.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
There must be something you can tell us about this protest in terms of what has transpired in finality to it, so to speak.
No, I don't know anything. I am not on the competition committee. I am not privy to anything that happened in that meeting. So I really don't know anything about what the decision is.
Why did Cavalier launch this protest?
Well, protest is not anything. Protests are not anything that is new, you know. Every year, you have multiple protests lodge. There was one lodge earlier in the year, a big one by about 3 or 4 clubs. It was unfounded. In the past, Cavaliers lost points using ineligible player. We had one incident with we and Waterhouse where both of us used ineligible player and both of us lost points on 3-0. So, and every year there was another time when another team lost points, even this year for ineligible player. So those things are not
But this case in particular, though?
No. Those cases are not uncommon. I'm saying whenever people believe that they might have been wrong or something is wrong with a ruling, they lodge a protest. So it's not new, really.
Are you still firm in your correction that a wrong was done?
Well, I don't have to be. You guys can be the judge of that. There's no doubt that the player played for 2 teams after our transfer window closed. The player played for a real open competition that is not even yet finished. It just reached semi-final stage. So you tell me what would happen if they had advanced to this point. They would go and play for real open and come and play for Mount Pleasant and go back and forth. You tell me what would happen.
What if their contracts had run out?
But that don't matter. I am not against anybody really. I am against somebody, going against the rules. The rules say, and this is the key one, forget the clubs where them play for, the rule says that no one player can be registered for 2 clubs at the same time. That's the rule. That's a FIFA rule. Nobody can go around that. It's not a Jamaica rule, it's a FIFA rule. Although it is in our regs, but it's a FIFA rule, and that is a problem. So these players taking our league for Preke league or what our corner league, or because you can play in a multiple corner league at the same time in Jamaica. That's the only league. You can't play for Manning Cup and play the Costa Cup. You can't play for Cavalier in a youth football and go play for Harborview. You can't play for one business house team and go play for a next business house team. You can't play for one church team and go play for a next church team in the same competition. You can't play for Masters League and go play for a next Masters League team in the competition. So I don't understand what you're saying, Roger. So it is the same thing when it comes to professional football.
It's not about trying. I'm just saying that the competition, right? And if the players, their contracts, they are no longer.
But the contract is important. You see, you keep fine. Them no longer have a contract. So real up. So you sell me a car and you still keep it and I drive it and I keep to me. Simple. So see there's something wrong. So no.
Yeah.
Real up sell the player and still I use them.
Speed. I have to put out these questions for people who want to ask these questions. It's not a case of just me trying to be,
So it's similar to that. You eat your cake and have it.
So, Mr. Speid, what is the end game?
Me personally don't care. We have no points to get. But one of the things is that we fight long and hard for our Premier League to become the number one Premier League, number one league in the world. So if what they are doing is right, then we need an understanding, because I have 2 players that I lent to Mullines, right? I would like to get them back and play the rest of the competition. If players are allowed to play for two teams, in a one transfer window, I would gladly want to get back those two players because now them finish play for Cavalier. Then if they are allowed to do that, then we should be allowed to do the same. So those are the understanding that we want to be clear about. That's why the ruling is so necessary.
Based on the document that you have put out, that protest document, and I must really congratulate Cavalier because this look like he's a lawyer write it. I don't think it's Rudolph Speid sit down and write this. Rudolph Speid have a battery of lawyers. And
come on, give me the credit for everything because you give me the blame for everything.
Are you? My goodness. Well, it seemed like a very comprehensive document, and it seems like it's a decision that is a black and white situation. Because what you are saying is that both players were at the same time registered to two clubs.
Yes.
Is that what the overall document is saying?
Yeah, we're not trying to point out no team because it could easily be there could be a misinterpretation. There could be a team ignorance, as some people is claiming. That's not what is important in my mind. What is important is that FIFA status of player and transfer of rules governing transfer of player 5.2 say no player should be registered for the same team twice. For the same team at the same, two different teams at the same time. Nowhere in the world that has happened. Nobody can play for Real Madrid and play for Arsenal at the same time. It just not happen nowhere in the world. And I'm saying nobody should come here and try to mash up our league with this type of behavior, and we accept it.
How did you discover that this took place?
Well, what that may say is that all right, so whenever there's a new player coming up to play for any team, especially if they come from overseas, and Cavaliers coming up to play against them, we'll do an analysis of the player. So what we did, we were looking at the player to see how good he was, what are his characteristics, which league he would have played in before, what is his nation that he plays for, because people in the know actually know that these things are very important to how people play. How technical they are, which country they play in, all of those influence our player. So that is what we're trying to do. And we check his transfer record to see if him get roll up a red card, if my heart hit. We check to see if him transfer all about the place, so him is a rolling. So all of those things tells us the characteristics of players. We know what him love for breakfast. We never find out what him eat for lunch and dinner, but we know what him like for breakfast. And we did a real thorough check. So that was when we realized that transfer market Sackaway and another place had him transferred to Jamaica the 28th of February. That's what they had. We went back and trying to find the latest match he has played, and it was also the CONCACAF Champions Cup match that he would have played February 4th and 11th. So those were what trigger off in our minds that something is wrong here. But when we started to research, it was the Monday before the game, the Thursday, when we were supposed to play them on the Thursday. We realized that something was wrong. But guess what? We still played the game against them because we didn't complete our investigation. So we didn't know the details of what transpired. So we still play. And then after we prepare for the game still, knowing says something could be wrong. And after we play the game, we're very happy that we beat them. We realized when we dig down. I remember a case like this is a virgin case. It's not, even though it looks straightforward, there's other moving parts, which I think investigation, maybe documents will come with them ask. So all of those moving parts could ask that, make both the parent body and Jamaica collaborate to make sure that they're on the same page. I do have no issue with that, in fairness.
As part of your concise and comprehensive document, you made mention of two registration systems. And I am of the view that these two systems don't see each other. Would it mean then that all of this would be on the players and not Mount Pleasant? Because they would know that they are registered there and is also registered there.
Yeah, I am saying that in my submission, even though I try to cover all my rest of bases by mentioning the clubs, my main bone of contention is that these players should never be allowed to play in a two league at the same time. That's my bone of contention. Okay. That's really what the outcome that I want. That, look here, with definitive on this, players, don't think you can go play. I'm going to show you something. This is not new, When Maggie finished playing last year in November or whenever, right? In club. He didn't play until January, King and Busy. When Robin Hood was beating us in the final, they were in the stands looking. They come back from Iceland already, but then couldn't play till January.
In the same window. The two clubs.
Yes. He then couldn't play for us. Even though we request back the transfer to come back to us, I don't even remember if it did come back. But if it did come back, then still couldn't play till January. So this is what we have always go by. It's not just those players. There's a whole heap of other players who come from US. All these players who come back and play for Harborview are the same thing. Them contract up before the window, and they had to wait until January before they could have played. Okay. So this is nothing new here. It has happened all the time. So we expect the same. So I expect those two players to be up and running 2025, 2026 season. That is after summer.
Oh, because
but not now.
Them can't play for another team for this window.
Yes, not now. Them up and running for the next season, the next window. That's what me expect to see. Not them playing now.
So
this is not new.
The way you put it, Mr. Speed, boy, and the way you lay it out, I am finding it very difficult as to why something that is so straightforward is taking this long.
No, Roger, remember, so Mr. Speed say a lot of documents him not see, But the competitions committee was deliberating on the matter would have access to all of these documents.
No, ask for them.
Or if they don't have them, ask for them.
Right.
So they can inform.
So what if it's the case that it is so large and almost, I call it ambiguous to the understanding?
No.
Taking so long.
You say the first one about the registration of the 6 players and 7 playing in one match. That I admit is a little bit ambiguous and is open for interpretation.
But Mount Pleasant get punishment for it. I hear Mount Pleasant get punishment for it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I hear them get a fine.
I don't know. There's nothing written come out in them. I'm just getting a whole heap of stories, but that is ambiguous in itself. I mean, if you lose the points or whatever you get, it's a little ambiguous. It's not right, concise.
Yeah, but
the one about you say status of transfer player and status of player. Jamaica can't have no rule, USA can't have no rule, Canada can't have no rule. England can't have no rule. That rule is a FIFA rule.
Oh.
It's like offside. You can't interpret offside in Jamaica and say, right? Offside is a FIFA rule. There are some rules that are FIFA rule that is for all MAs. You can't do nothing about it.
Well,
you have to obey a FIFA rule.
Well, we are hopeful that, boy, we've been waiting from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and nothing. I think
you're sitting and waiting like Bob Marley,
waiting in vain. But
if a ruling should come down against Mount Pleasant, how that would shake up the top 6? And for instance, just for hypothetically speaking,
they would still be in the top 2.
Apart from being in the top 2, I mean, what would it mean for the other 4 teams in the playoff? Would there be any moving around?
No,
because they would have automatically.
The 4 team for the quarterfinal set one way or the other. Yeah.
Except for 1 and 2 would switch around.
Right.
There would be no switch. Yeah, 1 and 2 would switch around. Yes. But the rest would be the same. I mean, they were that dominant in the preseason.
Well, let us hope in pretty soon, sometime between now and tomorrow. Because one of the things before we go, Mr. Speid, I think to just leave it out there, I think the JFF has done the football public a disservice.
Maybe, but I believe that it's better you're right. You make the right decision. Yeah. No, I believe it better you take long and make the right decision.
I agree with you. But based on the fact that this is such a big situation, at least tell the football stakeholders and public that a situation has arisen. We have received a protest from Cavalier regarding Mount Pleasant. We are dealing with it and in short order, but we're not hearing anything at all. So we wonder if it is being deliberated or if they're dealing with it any at all.
You know a funny thing about it? As I tell you, protests are large all the time. You know. There was one club this year that was, if the protest was correct, they would have lost probably the same amount of points and goal.
I still believe
the protest just peter out. But you guys not carry it.
No, but we're not getting...
Yes, we don't have...
It's only a leak we get most of the times when we get some of these things. There is nothing official.
I am saying that protest is commonplace. It's not like, I tell you, almost every month somebody lodge a protest. Protest commonplace.
Yeah, the last time when something like this happened, it had to do with Humberland. When we heard Humberland was going to lose how much points and all this and all.
You did carry?
No.
Exactly.
Because
a protest, but people lodge protest against against Veer. Then lodge protest against. They did lodge protest against Veer.
Let me speak to this one specifically. You know why we didn't carry it? Because the rumors were out there about how much points them going to deduct. I called Humberland, got the information from Humberland, and realized that there was no story. So I never carried it.
But you know that there's any story with our protest? What you carried for?
Because it's out there in the public. Remember,
the Humberland one was out there too. The one was out there too.
The one with Humberland, it was a Saturday. I know so by Monday the news cycle changed. So we never need to carry it. But this one, and the next thing about this one, remember, so not all teams are equal. You know, some are more equal than some. And when you have a Cavalier and a Mount Pleasant going head to head, it's a different dimension. Whether you like it or not, that's so it goes.
Yeah, I am not going against Mount Pleasant. I am going against.
You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
I am not against anybody. I am for those players not to play for 2 teams and play in our league and turn your league in a cricket DBDB league. That's what I'm for.
But when it involves players from Mount Pleasant and Cavalier, and it is Cavalier that made the protest, you know, it put on different legs. Yeah? Mr. Speid, thank you very much for being upfront and as usual. And,
welcome, sir.
You know, back down. No other team in the Premier League would come forward and talk about it, despite the fact that is your team involved. And you could have easily said, boy, you're not talk about it. Thank you very much, here, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. Okay, so we've passed the break. I think we have a break. Let's go to that break quickly and come right back, and then we have another issue to deal with. Horse racing issue. Okay? Let's go to the break.
My name is Richard Stevens. On May 11th, I'll be performing live at Plantation Smokehouse in St. Anne. Presented by Appleton Estate and Plantation Smokehouse. Admission free before 8 p.m. and 2,500 after. Remember, it's a special Mother's Day celebration, so come on out and let's celebrate the mothers. Plantation Smokehouse, Richmond, St. Anne. See you there.
Sponsored by Appleton Estate. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Outperform, outlast. With top performance. Chakama. Reliable, full stop, not come. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. One select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. With 2 to 3 years. Built in, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61124. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Make money now with local City and Guilds and ABE Endorsed certificates and Distinction College. Start new online and face-to-face classes very soon in our Make Money Now career courses and get qualified jobs worldwide or start your own business in practical pediatric, geriatric, and psychiatric nursing, phlebotomy and pharmacy technician, early childhood education, childcare, cashiering, call center, event planning, receptionist, customer service, housekeeping, waitering, food preparation, bartending, cake baking, plumbing, motor vehicle, electrical installation, air conditioning, makeup, hairdressing, nail technician, and cosmetology. No subjects acquired, no age limit. Register this week and get City and Guilds Maths and English classes for free. Call us at 3564167.
Retro mood, retro music, and retro partying. Saturday, May 24th, Reggae Jamaica Village presents a night called Memories. Church Road Bog Walk, Linson St. Catherine. Music by Al Pacino, Crazy Chris, and many more. Come listen to the 70s, 80s, and 90s music at RJV Reggae Jamaica Village, Saturday, May 24th. Tickets pre-sold $2,000, $2,500 at the gate, VIP $5,000. Food included. Memories. This is amazing.
A Red Indian, the Rasta King, and Skip a Bling.
With a new single called Miss Red Riding Hood. Check it out on YouTube.
Just something.
Girl, you're looking good, like Miss Riding Hood.
Now tell me, is she ready to drive out in a me brand new Chevy? Drive past Monty Beanie and Ellis, love Red Indian through the station, Michelle. Cruise and a grill, drink wine and cranberry. All day, all night, we a play acapella. Preaching our ears, I say one pass.
I do one year 20 come out, so buy in a park, I got hot. Me a 10 to know, I got enjoy that. Pre-sold tickets, 5,000, 6 grand at the gate. VIP tickets, 8 grand, 10 grand at the gate. Sponsored by Cavassier, Magnum, Boom, and Water. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Hey, baby.
Te Amo Beach Resort Runaway Bay presents A Night for Mom. Mother's Day, May 11. Moms, come be serenaded by Mikey Spice.
I am myself.
Have a laugh courtesy of Christopher Johnny Daly and Rock to the Hard Drive Band. Admission VVIP $17,000, VIP $15,000, and General $12,000. Food inclusive. Doors open at 5 p.m. while showtime is 7 p.m. Tickets at TeAmoBeachResort.com.
Accumulating traffic tickets for certain categories of offenses, including speeding, will result in demerit points. Accruing 10 or more demerit points makes your driver's license eligible for suspension for up to 2 years. If you choose to drive on a suspended license, your driver's license may be revoked. The points expire and are cleared only if, after 15 months, you've accumulated less than 10 demerit points. The proceeding was brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
Silver Sands at Sandcastles will be celebrating their grand opening on Friday, May 9. A new beginning where flavors come alive and memories are made. IRIE FM, your #1 radio station, will be broadcasting live on location from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come on out and celebrate with us. There'll be lots of fun, giveaways, prizes, and surprises. It's a live broadcast from the grand opening of Silver Sands at Sandcastles, 1 Main Street, Ocho-Rios, Friday, May 9, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. right here on the 107. See you there.
Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio, IRIE FM. Coming up to 10:15, we have some voice notes with... Are we ready with those voice notes? Let's have some. At least one.
Good night to all the listeners. Well, I want to become more pleasant, continue winning, getting closer and closer to the final. Just a couple more games. So, I just want to big them up, top, big up yourself, coaching staff, all the players. Just want to big them up. Robert, was the last thing you're coming out of the West Indies camp. I think the series starts sometime this month against England. So I would like KC to come on board early to predict the Mount Pleasant match. who the next they're gonna have after the playoff. I really want him to come and do that.
Well, put it this way.
I run transformer. So that big up yourself, Mr. Concrete Asphalt Way Brown.
Yeah.
Do it walk and come work and good for big up yourself.
All right. Here we go on now, my brethren. Portmore will play Cavalier on Thursday in one of the playoff games, right? The winner of that quarterfinal tie, as it is now, will play Mount Pleasant. So, in the semifinal. So, it could be a Mount Pleasant Cavalier semifinal, or it could be a Portmore. Well, put it this way. Cavalier, Portmore, and Mount Pleasant are on that side of the bracket. Tivoli and who else now? Arnett and which other team again? Mobile United on the other side of the bracket. So when you see Mount Pleasant next, it is going to be against either Portmore or Cavalier because they will meet on Thursday. Right?
Robert, for persons who are confused, maybe you need to be a little more clear
in terms of
as to why you have arrived.
No, it's clear. I mean, we're heading into the playoffs.
I don't think it's clear. No,
we're heading into the playoffs now. So the playoffs start on Thursday. As it is now, Portmore United will play Cavalier, and Mobile United will play Tivoli? Yes. Right. Remember them play Sunday yesterday? No? So it's Mobile Tivoli, Portmore, Cavalier. The winner of those two games on aggregate will face the two automatic semi-finalists. And those
would this schedule that you have come up with would have been the said case before a protest was lodged?
Yeah, because as it is, nothing has changed, you know. Mount Pleasant win the league, you know. And Arnett finished second. Mobile finished third.
No, but it now concretize Mount Pleasant win the league as of now, based on...
As of now, Mount Pleasant win the league.
Yeah. As of now?
Yeah. Unless something change in that they lose points or whatever. But as it is now, it is Mount Pleasant. Yeah.
Oh. So the number one team and the defending champions, irrespective, would have been on the same side of the bracket. That's what you're saying?
No, man. It would be as it is now. It is Mount Pleasant, Arnett at the top of the league. So both qualify automatically for the semi-final.
Yeah, man.
Number 3 will play number 6 and number 4 play number 5. So when Portmore play against Cavalier on Thursday and then play them again in the return leg, the winner on aggregate will play Mount Pleasant. Get me now?
Yes.
Right. Okay. All right. There's a situation we understand at Cayman Park and people are grumbling about it. So we're going to speak with Michael Layton, our racing analyst, to bring up to speed on what that situation is at Cayman Park. Michael Layton, good evening and welcome, sir.
Good evening, sirs.
How are you?
I'm blessed.
Good to have you again. Good to have you again. What are the punters grumbling about at Cayman Park now? Understand that they're not pleased about
Well, before I'm going there, let me big up Cavalier coach, Mr. Rudolph Speid.
And as you said that too, I must say big thank you to Joe.
Excellent manager.
Hold a second, Mikey. Joe, thank you very much, sir. We got the stuff. And thanks again. Joe was there with Roger in Maryland. So big up yourself, Joe. All right. Yes, Mikey.
Yeah, man. Big coach and manager. One of the finest coach we have had over the last 10 years.
Lord have mercy.
I think he's the number one right now. Anywhere in Jamaica. Yes, man.
Okay.
Top of the top coach, man.
Okay, sir.
Effective leader. And he has been like that from the days at 7 North Street.
That is weird. Gleaner?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the problem at Cayman Park, Mikey?
Well, my understanding, based upon the grumblings going around, is that the Reggae 6 net pool on Sunday, that is yesterday, of $12.8 million is contestable.
Oh.
There was
a carryover from Saturday.
There was a carryover from the previous meet on Saturday. A carryover of $7.1 million.
Mm-hmm.
But the track announcer did state that the Reggae 6, prior to the start of the first race, is approaching $18 million.
Okay,
now,
so that includes the carryover from Saturday.
Well, punters need education on that, because some are saying that include and some are saying it does not.
Oh,
so it would be good if a representative...
Hold on, Mikey. If it's before the first race, where would that money come from to have moved it to 18 million?
Sales.
Oh, because people
Gross
buy
sales.
from before. Okay.
Gross sales.
Okay.
I am not sure if it did include or not. I am not going either way on it. I am not sure. I think the public needs to be edified on that.
Mm-hmm.
The issue at hand really is they are saying that the net pool of $12.8 million is debatable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And they are saying that the 7.1 million carryover would constitute on a normal day. With a carryover, you have increased betting, added betting, punters go big. So big money spent. So normally you would have at least 12 on top of that 7. So they were looking at something like $20 million.
Okay.
But they are saying it was announced. But what triggered the concern, to be frank with you, is they are saying that the track announcer said he's going to get back on that net pool with raised eyebrows.
Oh.
He will have a check on that. In other words, after the running of the first race, the track announcer said 5,934 tickets alive with a net pool of $12.8 million. And raised his eyebrow and said, I will get back to you on that. Okay? But there was no return.
Mm.
No return.
So what was the payout eventually?
The payout was 430 winners, each receiving 37,000 and change.
Oh, so and that grand total was how much? Not the 20 million.
12.8 million.
12.
No, the math work out correct, you know. So there is no dispute about the payout.
Right,
the payout is spot on. They cannot challenge that. What they are saying is that the net pool, they are questioning the net pool. So that's the issue at hand, the net pool, not the payout.
So what can these punters do about this now?
The net pool should be higher.
Yes, Roger. Yes, I'm saying the net pool should be much higher.
Mm-hmm.
Not only higher, but much higher. That's what they are saying.
Because if you carry over 7 million, and then at the start of the first race, it was 18 million, then you can't be paying out 12 million then. Me sound like we can do maths?
Mr. Williams and Roger, what you need to take into account, you know, there are certain breakdown that public needs to know.
Okay.
There is what you call a single winner bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Which goes on to a mandatory payout day.
Oh.
That is a one-man. That is a one-man win.
That is for a one-man winner, a single winner. Okay, and that so it's not the entire amount of money
that is going to be paid out, right?
Yes, 20% is withheld for the single winner payout on a day that they call mandatory payout day. They have the license to do that, so that's not anything beyond ordinary or understand that is within their parameters.
Right.
So they are doing that.
So the promoters having paid out $12 million now, and the punters are not pleased. What are the punters options now?
Punters have any options?
Well, the option
The last time we
basically
spoke, we
is-
talked about the Punters Association.
No, I think the pari-mutual representatives and the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission has a responsibility to provide edification to punters. Okay? One, they need to know.
What do you mean by edification?
There are many breakdowns, Roger,
That they're
in
not
terms
aware of.
of betting. You know, you need to know what percentage takeout pays stakeholders and staff. Because every betting dollar, you have what is called the handle. On the handle for a Reggae 6, you may have, my recollection is 35% takeout. Okay? So if 35% takeout for a Reggae 6,
yes,
net pool, you have to factors all of that, plus the takeout for the single winner bonus. Okay? In other words, it's not the entire pool is paid out.
That is paid out. Yeah, we get that. We get that.
Yeah.
We get that.
Yes, yes.
All right, that's why I'm saying they need edit. I don't think a lot of people get that, Roger and Robert.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not cognizant of that, so they need to know that.
Right. So the promoting company or the persons in charge should find some way to enlighten the
To
punters
educate
as
the
to-
people.
Right, to educate them about the whole thing. So what is going to happen now? That just gone? Mikey, what about the regulatory bodies? Like what would that be?
The
now?
regulatory body is the Betting,
Betting,
Gaming
Gaming.
and Lotteries
Yes.
Commission, the BGLC,
Yes.
which importantly has now moved to Portmore from Hagley Park Road.
Hey, then
So,
they gone over the parish?
Pardon me?
They gone over the parish?
Yes, they gone over the parish. Yes.
Which parish now?
Okay, so I
The
mean,
15th.
yes, and in addition to that, now the time is probably ripe for a punters association.
Again, yeah.
Yes, the punters is right, and who knows, Robert? Maybe you can spearhead it as the president.
That was the last time. That was what you said last time too.
Yeah, what did happen again the last time?
There was abandonment of races because of disqualification.
Yeah,
Remember,
disqualification.
we discussed it.
Yes,
yeah,
The
man.
female jockey won the race. Samantha and her mouth was disqualified,
Yeah.
and the punters became rowdy.
Yes.
And threw stones on the track that led to the abandonment of the race meet. But
Yeah. It was from that
was-
time we're contemplating why
Yes,
maybe you need a
yes,
punters
yes,
association.
Yeah, but we do not want that to happen again, do we?
No.
Racing is very important to us.
Has anybody reached out to the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission on this matter? You know?
I heard that some people have, because there were concerns at a particular OTB that the net pooler cannot be right. People are saying it should be at least 20 million. So I've heard that people have reached out to BGLC. I'm not sure of the veracity of that, but it has been said that people reach out to BGLC.
Hypothetically, what the BGLC
The Betting,
can
Gaming and
do.
Lotteries Commission is a regulatory body with
what
all
they can do,
gaming industry. They can contact the parties involved and investigate and look at the sales breakdown and so on. But in fairness to Roger, the track announcer did mention of Reggae 6 approaching $18 million.
But even then,
no, hold on, Roger. What people need to take into account, probably the question that should be asked is the carryover. Was it added to their sales and then tax? Because the carryover was already taxing. Carryover tax from Saturday, because nobody won 6 on Saturday.
But Mikey,
Sunday.
is there a possibility that the announcer could have erred in terms of the figures that he gave out?
In fairness, is what he saw on the screen, because it come up on the big screen.
Right, because I was saying all
No,
these
it's not
things don't
that
come up on the tote board.
he misread figures or numbers. No, it's not that, because it came on the screen. So I couldn't blame the announcer, the track announcer. No.
Okay, because if it was just an error, then
Yes.
So how long it stayed on the screen?
Seconds. About
So
maybe
somebody
10
catch it. Somebody catch it.
No man, it announced a
But the
race,
announcer announced it as
Yeah,
well.
I know what I'm talking on the screen. You know, I mean, how long into that? I mean,
Maybe the announcer was announcing when he came on the screen.
About maybe 10 seconds, if so much.
Oh,
okay.
Well, we're going to have to follow up this one, Mikey, and see what we get.
I think it would be fitting if you could get a representative from the Parimutuel and the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission.
Let's hope it don't take a week like the football one.
All right, sir. All right.
Mikey, thank you very much for speaking with us.
All right, Mikey.
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
All right. Okay, so I want to big up all the persons on YouTube watching us as well, and those on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we have another voice note coming up. But we're going to take the voice note right after the break because we're on to a break. The program brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. We go to the break.
On April 1, 2025, the Public Procurement Commission PPC extends the validity period of the PPC registration certificate. The lifespan of your PPC registration certificate will be doubled, moving from 18 months to 3 years. Register with the PPC today using the Supplier Registration System SRS to get your share of the multi-billion-dollar public procurement income-generating opportunities. Access SRS from anywhere, on any day, and at any time by visiting gojet.gov.jm.
Hey, baby.
Te Amo Beach Resort Runaway Bay presents A Night for Mom. Mother's Day, May 11. Moms, come be serenaded by Mikey Spice.
I am myself.
Have a laugh courtesy of Christopher Johnny Daly and Rock to the Hard Drive Band. Admission VVIP $17,000, VIP $15,000, and General $12,000. Food inclusive. Doors open at 5 p.m. while showtime is 7 p.m. Tickets at teamobeachresort.com.
Attention small business owners! Michaela Financial Services is giving you the chance to boost your business. Get approved for a business loan of up to $5 million between April 10 and June 4 to take your business to the next level and enjoy a special interest rate. But that's not all. One lucky business owner will win an extra $100,000 grant. Boost your business today. Apply now at MichaelaFinancialServices.com or visit any of our 8 branches nationwide. Follow us on social media for updates. Michaela Financial, your partner for success.
The ISA Trust Foundation, in association with Direct Relief, Couples Resorts, The Penny Camp, and CPJ, presents Shaggy in Concert. Featuring special guest Lila Ike. Saturday, May 17, Couples and Susie Ocho Rios. All proceeds to support completing the Mary Issa Pediatric and Adolescent Health Center. Purchase tickets online at ISATrustFoundation.com and at Fontana Pharmacy, Ocho Rios, Mobay, Mandeville, Barbican, Waterloo. Couples and Susie, Couples Tower Isle, and the Jacana Store.
Convert your coins to cash today with Coin Exchange. Visit a coin exchange machine at select Bill Express locations island-wide with your loose coin collection. No special days, no need for counting, no need for sorting. Coin exchange machines are fast, fun, and free. Find a location nearest you at gkmsonline.com/coin collection or call 888-555-5555. Convert your coins to cash today. Coin Exchange is brought to you by Bill Express, a member of the Grace Kennedy Financial Group.
May Madness Sale at KAG Stockpile Runaway Bay. 6 inches blocks, $11,500 per 100. Cement, $1,780 per bag. 5x8 ply, $4,440 per sheet. Sand, $4,200 per yard. Gravel, $4,250 per yard. Steel, $115,000 per ton. Call 876-973-4912 or 658-209-5798 all month long. Maxine, you hear how the bargain sound?
Kadisha, you know so one new online shipping company reach out Ocho Rios? Another one? Yeah, but that one you're different. With Easy Parcel, my order package from Shein Monday, I'ma get the package Thursday. A lie. Yeah, Easy Parcel ship 5 days a week and it takes 72 hours from it reach my address in a Miami warehouse. Easy Parcel fast. Me I go down at Easy Parcel right now. 32 Main Street, Sears Plaza, Ocho Rios, 876-379-0199.
Mega down there now.
Wanna move, wanna ready.
Where's the daughter you travel with me today?
Make sure say red plate dey on it, you know. I'm not travel with you.
There's some money thing legit.
Red plate operators, it's your time to take the spotlight.
IRIE FM is giving all red plate operators a chance to win big in Red Plate Spotlight.
Just submit your red plate via a WhatsApp picture to 876-350-2838 and listen to IRIE FM Mondays to Fridays between 6 a.m. and noon, as well as between 7 to 8 p.m. Mondays and Fridays to hear if your plate will be announced to win at least $10,000.
Once announced, you will have 20 minutes to claim your winnings, which goes up by $10,000 every time someone fails to claim.
You don't have to submit your plate more than once, because once submitted, it remains a possible candidate for every draw until drawn.
No name, phone numbers, or address needed. Only red plate pictures required. That's Red Plate Spotlight this and every weekday, and twice on Mondays and Fridays on the nation's #1 IRIE FM. Red Plate Spotlight is brought to you by
Childs R Us Limited, Banners Valley, St. Elizabeth. For Childs tools, every household fixture, call 965-1896. Childs R Us.
Massive auto parts and car sales. Link us first. Pineapple Ocho Rios 876-298-6413. We got you covered. Godpower Productions, in association with artist Philip I, present a new single titled Trodding East, distributed by Distro Kid, available on all online platforms.
Babylon take the north, I'm gonna take the south. Now put my foot upon a Vatican route. Them I take the west, I am treading to the east. Me and me calabash now go a Babylon feast.
Bird Shack fried chicken, perfect chicken on the go, whether original, crispy or spicy, always hot and ready. We are go a Bird Shack.
Mark IRIE Productions promoting one of his newest singles, Will Know, available on all digital and downloading platforms.
You will know troubles are to know, problems have solutions.
Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio IRIE FM. 25 minutes going up to 11 o'clock, and we're going to be speaking now, or shortly, to Ricky Martin. You know, have another big event coming up, you know, like a Grand Slam, you know, Roger. So, all right, but we have some voice notes. Let's take them first.
Yeah, Robert, good night.
Greetings.
Slow and speak. What more I find out? What kind of thing that them do? Slap Mount Pleasant on the wrist. 25,000. For what? You know, so them should have taken the first place from Mount Pleasant and put them at third. And share
A wicked
up
man,
18
man.
points with the other team. Then.
No, I don't say his thing, go, brother.
Eh?
I don't say it go.
300,000.
No, man, I don't
But
say
the
it go.
club one of them I leave with. Them afraid to leak out and strike. Eh?
No, but I mean, the thing is being, the thing is being dealt
dealt
with.
back again. Oh, me tell you something, man. See, favoritism in Jamaica, and through them have money. Be a sabotage thing I go on in the Premier League.
God.
Be a sabotage thing. But
Not
can't sleep, you know.
not disagreeing, not agreeing with you at all. Can't agree with you with that.
$25,000.
Yeah, but I mean,
I want JFF. I want Mr. Ricketts and his team I go on with.
the investigation is going on, man.
When them go play the match now, you play them with a black armband. And send a signal.
Black armband.
By right, Mount Pleasant shouldn't fine $25,000.
Boy, you decide that.
The wickedness.
Boy, man, it's not easy, you know. All right, let's hear another one. Wait.
Robert and Roger, good night to you. Bless up
Good
on
night.
yourself, you know.
Good
And the
night.
rest of crew at the IRIE. No, this is Father Goes. You know, racing a my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Saturday, 2 feet race in Kingston and the Portmore. 2 very nice races.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting finish, yeah, man. And this commentator when him Corinne Burnside, you have a problem with him, you know. The man do have a use, man. The man not ready to commentate races, you know. 6 hours field and him box truck. One time come all nice straight and him don't even know
Why
where
you
he sit.
wicked, you know,
6
man.
hours field. Good God, man. Him no have no finishing. Him no have no style. Him can't put nothing to
You
the
just not like
commentary.
him, man.
Just no, sir. So him not ready yet. Him not ready yet. Him not ready yet.
Catch him
Brian need to
a
get somebody
year
who
from now.
can commentate. But you drive back for Patrick Candice now. You drive for headbands. But him not ready yet, man.
Oh, yeah.
Do something for me now.
Yeah.
How are you,
But I
Find out
think
how
you
I'm
fear
thinking,
upon
you know.
him.
Because a long time I don't hear him.
You remember
on Turf Talk
how
and
he's
them
ill,
so we don't
so,
know what things.
you know, I get back
Check
how
it
he-
out time,
but,
I listen to program, I listen everything for IRIE.
mm-hmm.
Everything I listen for IRIE. But sometimes I don't have the time to make no call, send no voice note, I just saw it go. Bless up on yourself.
But give the commentator a chance, man. A year from now, you wonder if I'm saying when you used to criticize. So you think, man.
So when Brian Rickman come, people used to criticize him.
Exactly.
So if you play Chris, replace Chris
with Brian Rickman, I look at Brian now. The best thing in the
greatest
Caribbean.
thing.
And everybody have to go through them.
And when me a little boy, I remember it. Chris Salmon was the greatest thing.
The greatest thing, man.
In the world, replace him.
In the world.
Yeah, man.
Ricky Martin, good evening.
Time I come, man.
Ricky, greetings, my brother. I'm to Ricky. Not hearing Ricky.
Him need to unmute.
Ricky, unmute and come through. Ricky Martin. him still muted.
Unless him got.
Oh, yeah, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Night time.
Is it Grand Slam or is it Invitational?
It's the Ricky Martin invitation.
Okay.
But I know my event is big like the Grand Slam.
Oh, that is why I made the mistake, man.
It's a Grand Slam for prep schools, you know?
Okay, that is why I made the mistake, man.
Yeah, man. Good night, IRIE.
Yeah, man. As usual, Ricky Martin, big promoter, local track and field, especially the younger ones. So the Ricky Martin Invitational coming up. A prep school this weekend?
Yeah, this was a prep school, yeah. The primary school on April 12th. That's also a good look.
Okay, so tell us about the prep one.
All right, so the meet is this Saturday. May 10th. And we start in 9 a.m. sharp, right? So we start with the 100 meters, class 2, because class 2 actually have the widest competition. A class 2 runs 60, 100, and 150.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to start off with them to give a spread because you need time for athletes to recover. You understand? Even though class 2 won't do all 3 sprint events. So it's either 60, 100, or 60, 150, or 100, 150. So we start in 9 a.m. sharp. We're running basically prep champs in our day.
Okay.
So we're doing all events except hurdles. That's a lot of money to that event. Mm-hmm. So we have so far entries closed tonight. So we have over 1,400 athletes. Yeah, tonight. It was open about 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
But we have support from Wade Mobile, Williams Elite. We have all the top prep schools. This meet is so big that most of the top schools actually entering 2 teams. Because this is just one of 3 development meets leading into prep champs. So you will have Wade Lang have a meet next week, but that's a sprint fest. Mm-hmm. And then Mona Prep will have one May 31st. So this is really a sharp for coaches to actually cut squad after this weekend. So we should have exciting, good competition from all the prep school across Jamaica.
Great. And did you say where it is going to be? You mentioned.
Okay, all right, sorry. So it's at the Stadium East compound, Stadium East complex. I've been getting some messages since night because patrons is asking. There's a car show will be held over arena and indoor.
Oh.
So they will occupy the main car park. That's where mass camp is. We will occupy the top field. I don't know if you know the top field. So there's a gate.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, the Raja
Yeah, the
place.
top field.
Stadium not.
Yeah.
Stadium
So
not.
there's a gate.
Soca Park.
You're right. So right. So there's which is a football field. So you'll enter. I think it's gate 9, which is a gate before you reach to the stoplight on Arthurwin Drive. Or they will actually open the gate in front of the lofts, come in, make the left. And then for schools, the school buses, the VIPs, sponsors, and the staff that's working and the coaches will enter through the Nannyville gate. Because the Nannyville entrance can't accept the crowd that prep school followers, that the patrons. So we should have a very good day. Entrance admission is 1,500 for adults, children under 12, 500. We are trying to cover the entire stands. You know, because people always quarrel about the heat. So we are trying to cover the entire.
How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that?
If you've ever been to swimming over the stadium pool,
yeah,
you'll see the tents are up in the stands. So we are going to do just that.
Okay.
We are ready and rearing, and I want to say thanks to the sponsors and partners, because we have sponsors with cash and kind, and then we have kind sponsors. So I want to big up my long-standing partner, which is Jambisco, Jamaica Biscuit Company. We also want to big up MDS, with their brand Splurt and Aldor, and SDF. We want to big them up. BCIC, which is our insurance sponsors, because once you rent the Stadium East complex, you have to have insurance. And TRK Party Rentals, and I must big up Bruce James. Him give us massive discounts with his world class athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah, and with Bruce James' system is per second results. So as soon as the last
now, man, you're doing an injustice to the man thing, man. It's faster than a second, man.
Yeah, man. Medic One, ambulance, Grace Kennedy, Mr. Vinny will be there. That their mascot normally interact with the kids in the stands and in the village. Atlas Security, massive discounts. Winley, that's Daniel Smith. Lieber daughter,
Okay.
And I've also big up, people tend to forget these people. Zomo, Arville Brown, provide the numbers, the bib, that they can identify the numbers by the name.
The printing.
Also, we want to say thanks to the officials, because we tend to use the best trained officials from the J3s. And we are in negotiation with a food partner. They never come on board, KFC, so we are hoping that they come on board. But it's a good meet. It's an expensive meet to run. We'll be doing good coverage. I want to say big up the Platinum Zone. They are the PA system that they have is clear, and we're having Dean Smith and Davia Nugent, that kind of busting still, in stadium and nonsense. So yeah, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, man, almost Davia, man.
Okay.
So you don't know. But we expect the crowd to come out.
What you have not told us though, Ricky, you have not mentioned some of the schools that are going to be participating.
Yeah, man. So we have St. Peter and Paul, Emmanuel Prep, Vast Prep, St. Andrew Prep, Emmanuel, Stella Maris, Lanamans Prep, Arden Prep, Williams Elite. We have some academies like Tapa, Matty Tapa, Top Track Academy. So much school to name.
Yeah.
But all the big name schools I can think of. Mona Prep, they'll be there. Hillel, AISK, Ligani Prep. All of these
it well
prep
big,
schools
it
will
well
be
big, it well big, it well big.
there. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So far, I see over 30 at schools registered.
Okay, you sell off again, Ricky.
I try to do good events, and if I can't do a good event, I'm not going to have it.
Yeah, yes,
But it's just that,
you have set the standard.
yeah. And as per usual, it's a hard, tough fight because I hear all of us complain. We're just doing this over the years. I said to people, I don't know how long I can do this.
Well,
but it is hard. Sponsorship dollars is hard to come by. But we are glad with who come to the table, and we're glad for people who will sponsor us with kind or give massive discounts. So like TRK, who does the tents, chair, and table, give a nice discount. Medic One, Basil Ferguson.
Like everybody gets discount, man. You must have to celebrate,
you know, it's like a village, you know, it's like a family thing. And for that, we are going to honor 5 persons. So Bruce James, TRK, Medic One, and we want to big up Christopher Richards from the long jump era and Owen Henry.
Okay.
So these are the 5 persons
that will
we'll be honoring to say thanks for us to develop athletes in Jamaica. Because as I said to somebody today, Ricky Martin don't benefit, you know. It's just that everybody come, it's a nice big event, and say, oh, boy, nice, and you must make some money, and because they don't know at the end of the day, we have to pay all the bills.
Ricky gone with the bag.
Yeah. and when I speak to fellow meet organizers, them understand.
Yeah,
and I can say
Ricky gone with the bag of debt.
and at the end of the day, it's Ricky alone.
Yeah.
And I can speak on behalf of all meet organizers.
Keep on doing what you're doing, man.
I love what I'm doing, and it's passion.
Aye. Ricky,
just
we out of time, so but go on do what you're doing, man. And we look forward to Saturday. And it starts from 8:30 in the morning. You said, right?
Yeah, till 5 o'clock, and it's a running event.
And
I'm going to big up IRIE FM.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Respect.
Quickly, just tell me the schedule in terms of events.
As I said, we're running prep champs today, so it's we start at with 100, then 300 for girls, 400 for boys, then we go into the medley relays, and then 60 meters, 50 meters, 150, 200. Then we do the 4x1s and then 4x2s. And in the meantime, we'll have long jump, high jump, and ball throw simultaneous in the different areas. And we expect this a good event, and we are always on time, finish before time.
So and the closing event is which event? And the closing event
the 4x2 for boys.
Okay. All right.
Ricky, thanks again.
Big up yourself.
All the best
Robert.
for Saturday.
Roger. Yeah, man.
All right.
I think we have a call on the line, Roger. Let's jump across and get to the caller. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Greetings, Robert.
How you do?
Not bad.
Good.
Roger.
Bless up, man.
Yeah, man. Greetings.
Yeah.
Me there.
See it.
Mount Pleasant. More congratulate the under 17 youth.
Okay, the under 17 competition. They won 3-0.
Yeah. That make me really feel like something not going over my academy now. You understand me? Yeah, man.
Wait, so not never gone before?
No, but me have proof now.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the 1 and 2 I turn out.
Yeah, things are just happen. Things are just happening, you know. Things go through a process and then manifest. You know?
Exactly. Because through we have academy, some people feel like we're supposed to turn out players, but you need time. Because it no reach certain amount of years, so you really have certain amount of players. You understand me?
Oh.
Anyway, you know,
7 years
the
now.
issue at hand,
Uh-huh.
this whole mix-up, really and truly, I'm glad say come to light. You understand me? For the integrity of the league,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how it come to light, it come to light. And
What come to light?
Two players playing for the same club in different club in a one window.
Okay. Okay.
That's not supposed to happen in a football.
Well, true. And that as it is right now seem like it is undisputable.
It is undisputable.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing
But we
now
can't pass no judgment until officially.
I
it
don't
is
really love to
acknowledged.
see Mount Pleasant defense though.
No, but you see the defense now, you see the JFF, they make a big mistake too.
Oh.
By issuing certain registration and ID that the man them could have played, you know, think so?
Yeah, but they would have done so based on their registration system. Because as I was saying earlier, the two registration systems not seeing one another, you know. One is a CONCACAF registration system and one is a Jamaica FIFA Connect system. And I don't believe that within a particular confederation like CONCACAF, you should have more than one system to register players. So much so that the two systems can't see one another. And as a result, can't flag when something like this happens.
That's the problem coming now. It should have flag. The flagging should have gone once, you know. It is.
Yeah, but because the
there.
two systems not seeing each other, that it didn't flag whatever
Yeah,
it
man,
was.
Robert, right.
But for the two systems, one question, the two systems to be in sync is that would have to be a human element.
No, well, I don't know, but we just know that them are two different, probably two different software, so they're not seeing each other.
Well,
yes, Carla.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to ask you. Did Mount Pleasant acquire the players during the January window?
I guess the investigation will be
So we don't know
spot
all
on
of
with that. As I was saying earlier, you know, the fact that we don't have all of the details, and you come out and say something now, you don't have the requisite evidence
because
to back it up.
if it happens during the transfer window, then they have a case. They have a good solid
Right.
defense.
And I kind of feel that I don't know. I just feel that blunt I think should have come down for real up.
But but I don't think the JFF can adjudicate on that. That would be a CONCACAF thing. I don't think JFF can adjudicate on whether Real Hope did something right or wrong. What the JFF will have to adjudicate on is whether something went wrong within their jurisdiction.
Yeah, but my thing after football.
Yeah. But that would enhance the
My thing
football
past
too.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
So after Jamaica thing start out, it needs to start out but from a CONCACAF level.
Yeah, I think that will
CONCACAF
happen.
level.
I think,
Yeah.
and that is why, if, although the thing pointing in that direction, these players are going to be in some trouble.
The players?
Yeah, because they would have known that they were registered in that system and then come and register again in another system.
And unless, Robert, it was done in the transfer window.
But you still can't register for two teams one time.
Right.
That is the bottom line. Regardless of what
I
happens,
just say,
can't do that.
investigation will bring that to light.
Hopefully.
So, but anyway, I'm glad that everything come out because when I run a bush league around here, I wouldn't like here after we win, say, 2 year time or even 1 year time, we hear say.
No, we don't want that.
This year, it never did run good. I'm more win fair and square because I'm still win the league.
Exactly. But
Alright.
you don't want no cloud to be hanging over when you win, that's true.
No.
All right. Big up yourself, Bridget.
All right.
All right. I think we have another voice note.
Yeah.
We can take another voice note before we leave. Let's go with that voice note, please.
Well, yeah, you know what? Mr. Speed could have deal
him cook for we, him cook it up for Mount Pleasant, but guess what? Eat, sleep, or drink Mount Pleasant, no sell out. Him bias bad and him know a long time. You hear my talk? Him know a long time about it. And him waiting when it come along, I will build up a points for him to come out at that. But guess what? He not gonna stop, we I swear. They might do everything for bring down Mount Pleasant and we know that. But guess what? Out there, follow them up straight. I could have overseas. We're going over there with Mount Pleasant. Whether them know it yes or no. Mount Pleasant to the world, straight Senton.
Big up yourself, Carla. But you have to still remember, say, if the man, them, is, as Mr. Speed says, not so much Mount Pleasant, you know, it's the players them. Because I still feel, say, if you're playing at that competition, you have to be registered in there. And if you're going to move to play in another competition, you have to be registered. So you, the player, would know that you were registered in 2 teams in 1 transfer window. So, big up yourself still, Carla. Roger, I put out that time, you know. We have another voice note. We can take another one if we have another one. Oh, no one. Okay. So
yeah. So, but somebody just text and ask in regards to if the information on the weekend at the East Coast International. And just to say that there were 6 victories for Jamaican schools actually. 3 Heidel, 3 from Heidel. Abigail Campbell. Yeah, she won the 400 meters in 52.59. We also had Sabrina Atkinson in the triple jump, 12.25. And Natasha Burrell, the shot put, 14.23. And for the boys, Excelsior, they had victories in the 4x100 meters, 40.9. There was Kishan Hoffman in the 400-meter hurdles, and 52.58. And there was Ricardo Carr in the 800 meters, 153.81. So those are the winners. And I think this is the best showing out of all the 4 stages that for Jamaican schools are concerned at the East Coast International over the 4 years.
Definitely better than last year.
Yeah, that's true. Yes,
Joe.
Better weather too, Joe.
Yeah, and there was a record turnout with crowd with the attendance this year.
And I was saying thanks to you earlier, Joe. Thanks again.
Yeah, man, I heard you. I just was on mute. So
okay, all right.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so
yeah.
that's it for tonight, folks. New settings. Let us see if we can stay in this setting. Kind of comfortable still in the Raja, but
yeah. It looks so.
Yeah, it kind of look comfortable and feel comfortable too. The longer we're into it, the more comfortable it becomes. So we're operating out of Studio B. Yeah. So let's see what happens from here on. Just to say thanks, very big thank you to everybody who participated in the program tonight, especially to our listeners, or those persons on YouTube, those on Facebook. Come back with us next week because we'll be back in the same place next week. Want to say thanks to Ricky Martin. He spoke to us about the Ricky Martin Invitational. We also had Rudolph Speid talking about that protest lodged by Cavalier against Mount Pleasant and that situation at the track. Michael Layton, our racing analyst, spoke to us about that. Let us see what that pick 6. But what do you call it again? What that 12 million or 20 million? What is it supposed to be? So let's hope the BC, the betting gaming and lotteries commission will have something to say about it. I want to say thanks also to our technical operator. We had DJ Collision. We also had Peter Broadback. And we also had the man himself, Dr. Crack.
Yes.
Wisdom.
And the whole settings, the dual settings on social media too,
Yeah, man. It's nice.
Yeah.
So
big it up.
Yeah. Big up to, we can't leave out Miss James. Clover James was here as well, assisting. There's a whole big team we have tonight working out the thing. The program came to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. Until next week, my name is Robert Williams.
And I am Roger Haspel.
Good evening.
Good evening.